What's up, y'all? This video is taken from the UIKit course that I recently released. We cover programmatic UI, core data, Firebase, user authentication, and much more in the course. Link to it will be in the description, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so we're continuing our home view controller. And if you guys remember from the preview videos from earlier, this is what the home screen should look like. So we can actually get rid of this background, whichever looks nicer to you. So we're missing the distance and the category view for the labels. So we can just copy this actually, paste it here. Distance label, distance from place label. We'll set it as distance as default, and let's put 16 as the font. Oh, I'm trying to run it. We haven't even added it to the subview yet. View.add subview, distance from place label. And this should have a similar setup as this. And this will actually go here in between the button. So we change this to this. We change the name. And now we have to change this. The bottom anchor, we want to make sure the shuffle button is 24 below the distance from place bottom anchor. Now let's run this. There we go. Oh, I don't like the bold. Let's do normal. Or I think it's regular. Now let's create a new file. We're gonna create our custom category view. So we need to create a UI view. We'll call this category view. We'll put this in our home. You want to get rid of this and just write a init, and you should autofill. You get this, and then you do your super init frame, pass in the frame, and in here we're gonna create a function called configure UI, and we're gonna write that out. We're gonna leave it blank for now because we have to actually create the UI we want to lay out. So it's pretty straightforward in our category view. It's basically just image view and a label. So we'll call this name, or we'll call it category label. UI label. And again, we're gonna stick with our anonymous closure. That way it's uniform across our whole project. Label, UI label. Label.translate auto resizing. We're gonna set this to false. Label dot text. We're gonna set this to category. Alright, so we want to do label dot font. System font size. Let's do 20 for weight. Let's keep it regular. Return label. What is this? Oh, when you use an init, you have to bring in the required initializer. I forgot about that. And that's basically just due to some storyboard stuff. Nothing crazy. Just anytime you create a UI view or anything that you use the init, you have to bring in the required initializer as well. All right, this is set. We want to just one thing I forgot is the text alignment. We want to center it. Equal center, and then we need the circle view, circle image view. We want to set the image view, translate auto resizing equal to false. And the image is basically just going to be circle.fill. And there's a lot of circle dot fills, but oh my god, there's so many. It's just the basic circle dot fill, not anything crazy. So if you do UI image, system name, and if you do circle dot fill, and we want to return image view. I wonder if we got the parentheses here. Now we just need to lay this out. So do add subview. We add our category label. Add subview, our circle image view, and we just do some good old ns layout constraints. Ns layout constraints dot activate, and we'll do the category label first. Actually, we should do the circle first because that comes first, right? Actually, let's just try with the leading anchor. Spacing of 8. And we'll do the circle image dot center y constraint equal to center y. Image view dot the width equal to 20. The height also equal to 20. For the category label, we'll set this equal to the trailing, and let's put a gap of 12. We'll copy this one because we want to keep it centered on the y-axis. But then for the for the trailing anchor, set it to the trailing anchor -8. We'll do a height anchor. Height constraint equal 24. We should be good to go, but let's go back to our home view controller. So let's category view equals category view. So if we refer back to our image, so it goes image, label, name label, and then it's category view, and then it's distance, and then this the button. Add subview, category view, and then we need to lay this out. All right, which one it'll be similar to? I think it'll be pretty similar to these. Except this changes to this. Actually, no, that's right. Change it to category view. Change this to category view. Let's run this. I think the spacing will probably have to change this a little bit. Oh. What happened here? Oh, I think I might know why. This had translation automatically equal to false. Now let's run this. Ah, there we go. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm gonna set the category label I'm gonna center it with the X, and then we're gonna, so I'm gonna center them. I'm gonna do this one first, and then we'll base the position of the image based on the leading anchor of category label. And let's do 4. All right, so I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna get rid of this centering our category, and here in this circle image, we're gonna add some. All right, so we added -8 to the trailing. This looks pretty good. Oh, I think for the category view, let's not put a width, and let's see how this looks. All right, there we go. And The last few touches is this. Let's make this a lot closer. All right, just really quickly, we'll change this to 32. This is taking up a lot of space. And I think the font size is only 28, so there's a lot more room for it to breathe. Let's look at the, I think this is taking up a lot of space. Yeah, this can be like 24. Let's run that. All right, there we go. And now we got our custom thing set up. And now we set up our custom view and our distance. The last thing I'll change before we wrap up, I wanna just add a little bit more space here. And you guys can add any more, you guys can tweak the UI a little bit, as much as you want, right? Whatever looks nice to you. All right, we'll be adding some more home view controller functionality in the next one. I'll see y'all there. Peace.